Hello everyone, this is Carly at Crafting with Class, and I hope this video finds you all well. Today I have a twofer, so I have a Crafty Haul, a real quick one, but if you don't want to watch, no problem, go ahead and skip ahead. So first I have the Little Lady stamp set from Fawn, well, the stamp and the dies. So that one's cute. Next I have the Easter before and afters, and I think those little chubby bunnies are absolutely cute. And next I have the Really High Five stamp set. So I think these again are cute, and I have a really cool idea to use with this. So you're going to see these coming up in a future video. Next is the Lawn Fawn and Hero Arts, and this is kind of the thank you from Lawn Fawn to Hero Arts for their big anniversary, and I love these little rhinos. I just could not resist. Next is the Lift the Flap Meadow dies, and these are interactive dies. So on the back it tells you, it gives you an idea of how they work. I'm not sure what one of these is, like this one in the middle. I'm not sure what that really is. It might go with the trunk, but I can't wait to see the video from Lawn Fawn, because yeah, it'll be fun to see how to use those. I also picked up the Bayou stencil. I thought it was a very different stencil. I don't have anything like this. And I picked up the Magic Color Slider because I saw someone do a really awesome reveal card that I had not seen anyone do. So I had to pick that one up. Alright, so next is a stamp set from Honeybee Stamps, and it's all about sentiments for our fur babies, and they have some really awesome and unique stamps or sentiments in here that I absolutely loved. Like, for example, it's potty time. So glad you're part of my pack. Anything is possible. You make my tail wag. You're so doggone kind. Oh my goodness, it's just really cute. So here it is. That's my crafty haul. So let's go on to the card now. So today's card is a thank you card that features watercoloring. I know, stop the madness. Me watercoloring, well, you know, I'm going to attempt it at least. It is definitely not my strength, as you will soon see. So let's get started. So today I'm using this Darcie stamp called Aloe, my friend, and it's very cute. So I am stamping it with Memento Desert Sand, and I am using watercolor paper. This is, I believe, Arche, as they pronounce it, cold press. I am using my Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolors. I have not used this very much at all. So, yeah, we're going to see how this goes. So I am using my silver brush number 8, and I forgot how much pigment and water these brushes hold, so I had to really scale back and let my paper towel, my cloth next to me, kind of absorb some of that extra, because yes, this brush is amazing. They are really great if you're looking to get a really good watercolor brush. These are fantastic. It's worth the investment if you're going to have like maybe a few, because these are fantastic. So I am watercoloring with this kind of olive green to start off with. I am definitely not going to narrate. You're welcome. This entire coloring process, I did leave it pretty much all in. I don't know, you probably will just learn kind of what not to do maybe, but hopefully it's entertainment or entertaining. So yeah, I'm just pretty much going to do the basic of laying down, you know, the first layer, letting it dry, coming back with a darker layer, you know, putting in where I feel the shadows would be, and things like that. And that's pretty much what I will do with the whole image of this little aloe plant. I ended up deciding not to use the little face. That is where I'm going to be stamping my sentiment. So I think without much further ado, I will leave you with some Crafting with Class music, and I will be back at the end. Okay, so the painting is done and I'm ready to go ahead and die cut my panels, but I realized, I think I want to add a ground to the bottom of my aloe plants. So I'm going to go ahead and add some Hero Art sand embossing powder to the bottom because I thought that would give it a really cool look. So I'm taking my anti-static powder pouch or bag and using the Versamark pad, and I'm just kind of pressing it down here and there to get a really random pattern because I don't want it to look, like I was trying to do something with it. So I want it to look really random and scattered. So I'm adding the powder to it. And I like the way that it's looking, but I did miss some areas. So I'm going to take my Versamark pen and I'm just going to dot and fill in those areas where I want some of that embossing powder to be. So again, I'm just dotting here and there. So I'm going to wipe off any embossing powder that's on the pen. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of this amazing embossing powder. I absolutely love this sand embossing powder. It is so realistic. I absolutely love it. And yes, I actually have 2 bottles because I love it so much. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my heat tool, warm it up to the side, and then go ahead and bring it in and then heat up this embossing powder. So I'm going to go ahead and heat it up from the front as well as from the back to make sure that all those granules have melted into this paper because it is heavier since it's watercolor paper. And there it is. And I really love the way this looks because it does look like it's this little pot sitting on top of some sand. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add some twine to kind of go with the twine that is wrapped around the little plant. So I'm going to wrap it around 3 times around this main panel here, I'm going to go ahead and tie a bow along the side. And so I am fiddling with it just a little bit. I want to make sure that I have those little three edges of the twine spaced out together, and then I can go ahead and wrap it to tie my bow, and then fix the loops so that they're even, then cut off the excess, and then I went ahead and added my panel. Well, not, I haven't adhered it, I'm just making sure that it's, you know, all the edges are aligned. Now I'm adding this really strong double-sided tape because it needs to not only attach to the base, but it also needs to be able to hold down this twine. So I am going ahead and taking off the liner paper so that I can adhere it to the card base. Okay, so next I'm ready to adhere the main image panel. I'm gonna pop it up with just some foam tape. So I'm going to cut those little strips, and then I'm going to remove the release paper, the liner paper from the back, and then adhere it on top of the card panel. I'm going to adjust that little twine bow again, and then cut off any excess from that, and then that will finish up the bow. So of course, very much like I always do, I forget about the sentiment till I've adhered everything down. So this was no exception. So I went ahead and tested it, and thankfully it stamped great. So I went ahead and stamped it a couple of times to make sure that the sentiment was easy to read. There was a lot of pigment on that. Now I'm going to work on the inside. So I'm stacking these two sentiments that say thank you for your kindness, and I'm using, I think this is chocolate brown hybriding from MFT, and so I'm using the Martha Stewart stamping, oh, it says thanks for your kindness, the Martha Stewart stamping block. And I like this one because it's nice and thick, but it also has these little foam cushion pads, so it gives you a minute to kind of get yourself settled and to stamp directly again if you need to. So I do like it for that. So now I am stamping the image that was on the front with some Mowed Lawn Distress Oxide, and those stamped really beautiful, so I did get a very nice image. So that is the card for today. This is the front. It says you had me at Aloe, and thanks for your kindness on the front. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I will leave the, here it is, one last look, and I love that embossing, that sand embossing powder at the bottom. I think it just adds a really cool touch. So thanks so much for liking, subscribing, commenting. I will list the supplies in the description box, but I will also have them right after this video. Here they are. I have the Darcie's Aloe My Friend stamp set, and I used that one with the aloe, and then the sentiment that says you had me at Aloe. This is the Simon Says Stamp Thanks stamp set. This is the Spellbinders large deckled rectangles, and I used the biggest one in that set for my little aloe plant panel. I used the Art Impressions palette and a silver round brush, black velvet brush. This is the Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolor set, and then Distress ink, a Distress oxide, the Hero Arts sand, and twine. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye.